Title: TIFU. By making an old lady think I roofied my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend were out on a walk yesterday enjoying the Finnish autumn. We decided to go to a local bakery before heading home. The bakery sells great hot chocolate and other treats. We got in and ordered 2 hot chocolates. My girlfriend is lactose intolerant, so having milk makes her feel sick, but she is able to enjoy it with no problems if she has lactase enzyme capsules before eating anything with milk in it. The bakery was empty apart from us and an older lady sitting a few tables from us. As we were waiting for our order, my girlfriend had to use the restroom, so she left for a while. Our drinks arrived in the meanwhile. My girlfriend uses lactase enzyme capsules that can be opened and sprinkled on top of the food, drink before eating it or consumed as is. My girlfriend finds that opening them and adding them straight to food works best for her. I was carrying her stuff in my pockets, so I decided to mix the lactase enzyme in her drink before she came back so it could take its time to dissolve properly. I opened the pill, poured the stuff inside her hot chocolate and mixed it in and didn't think much of it. The lady left and I was sitting there alone now. My girlfriend was taking a while and I started wondering if everything was fine. A while later, my girlfriend, looking like she was holding in laughter, came back to the table with the old lady. The lady looked at me with a stern, panicked look on her face and asked me what I put in my girlfriend's drink. I was confused and it took me a while to process the question. Then I realized how suspicious I must have looked. A guy out with a girl, taking a pill from his pocket and mixing the content of it in her drink while she is using the bathroom. And that's exactly what the lady sitting a few tables from us saw. I'm an anxious man, so I panicked and frantically started explaining everything to the lady, showing the package for the pills and everything. My girlfriend confirmed what I was saying, but the lady was still having a hard time believing it. She had called the cops and we had to also wait for them to show up and explain the situation to them. I felt extremely awkward and embarrassed. The old lady was in a bit of a shock, but eventually she believed everything was okay and left. In the end, we were able to laugh about the situation. I'm really glad that the lady actually took action, and I did thank her for trying to help in a situation like that. It's good to know that people look after each other. TLDR, I ordered hot chocolates with my girlfriend at a bakery. She went to the bathroom and I put a lactase enzyme pill in her drink, making an old lady think I was roofing her. She called the cops. Edit: some people are confused about why the lady didn't stop when I explained what the pills were. She hadn't heard about those things before and she was scared and confused since she thought a crime was happening right in front of her. She just wanted to make sure my girlfriend was okay, so it took some time to convince her it was all fine. It wasn't entitlement or anger, it was confusion. She just wanted to make sure my girlfriend was okay and that I wasn't lying. The old lady was very kind. Title: TIFU. By telling my tenant I loved her. Happened about a week ago. So, my husband and I own one rental unit, a single-family home that's been rented to the same family for 7 years now. They are great tenants, pay the rent on time, keep the place neat and clean, never any drama. The wife sends the rent checks and always includes a short, seasonal note: the apple trees are in bloom and so pretty. Or, hope your kids are enjoying the new school year, etc. She's friendly and sweet, but we aren't personal friends or anything. We actually live a few hours away and only see them in person whenever we renew the lease. Last week she called me to tell me that she and her husband are getting divorced and he'll be moving out. She's not sure if she can make the rent alone, since her hours have been drastically cut by the pandemic. She understandably got choked up during the call, and started to cry a bit. I told her, I'm so sorry this is happening, don't worry, we will absolutely be able to figure something out, you aren't going to be homeless, I love you. It just popped out. I think my mommy brain got engaged when she started to cry and I said it before I knew what I was saying. It was so embarrassing. It's like calling your teacher, Dad. Title: TIFU. By answering a question. TIFU. By answering a question. I teach high school and we are still under quarantine, so I am at home. My son, who is 10 years old, is also at home. He is supposed to be upstairs working on his school stuff with my husband. My breakfast isn't sitting well. I've had the bubble guts, stomach rumbles all morning. I get a request from a student to test. Okay, no big deal. We meet in Google and I get her started. Welcome to today's FCK up. I've got this student testing. My screen is muted and camera off so I and my son's various noises don't distract her. There is a rumble in my gut. There is no denying or delaying. I run to the potty. She asks me a question, of course. I am in a quiet moment so I unmute to answer her. My son shouts, "She's pooping," while I am unmuted talking to this child. I don't know if she heard or not. Title: TIFU by eating an entire container of Japanese-style panko bread crumbs in one night. Update: Hi guys. It's me, Breadcrumb Guy. I know a lot of you have been anticipating this, sorry for keeping you waiting for so long. Let's get started. So obviously I ate the breadcrumbs, and I was driven to the hospital the night I made that post. We sat there for a little bit and some medical people examined me etc, and essentially they told me there was nothing vitally wrong with me, but the amount of sodium I consumed was so high that there was a chance I would completely drain my cells of water and die from severe dehydration. They put me on IV drips and had me go to the bathroom every couple of hours, drinking a ton of water, basically just anything to get the enormous amount of breadcrumbs out of my body. To be honest, I'm not super upset about the situation because as far as I know it hasn't affected me long term, but I'm never touching bread crumbs again. Title: TIFU by accidentally stabbing my penis. Waking up this morning was just like any other morning, nothing out of the ordinary. Sun shining, birds chirping, and the little soldier in my boxers ready to go to war. In a sleepy state I search for my girlfriend laying next to me. I feel she's awake and I start to pull some moves. Morning sex for us is quite the common occurrence, so just like any other time I'm ready to start the day off the right way. As things start to get more heated and exciting, I begin to remove whatever clothes we still have on. She's got a slip and slide and I've got a dick as hard as grandma's cast iron skillet. We're ready to rock and roll. The specific position we were in was simple yet effective. We are both laying on our right side. Again, nothing unusual. I feel she's getting busy with herself, right where the sidewalk ends. She's working her pearl and my thrust game is maximum effort. Moaning louder and louder, every second getting closer to reaching that level of euphoria. A breath away from both of us climaxing, I slip out accidentally and jam my rock-hard rocket directly into her hand, which is rubbing her clit. Her acrylic nail drills directly into my dickhole and immediately I knew that the game was over. She apologized as quick as humanly possible. I tried brushing it off and to be quite honest, I didn't feel much. I had no clue at that time that the damage was as bad as it was. We tried to continue, however a few moments later I looked down just to see blood. We shut it down and gave up. I assessed the damage and it seems as if my urethra is scratched and possibly cut the slightest bit. I bled for the better part of the day, that is just a few drops when I pee or whatever. Doctor says it's not nearly as bad as it seems. The bleeding stopped and it feels like it never happened. Gentlemen, your penis is valuable, and by no means is it your toughest member. Title: TIFU by forgetting the tooth fairy for my 6-year-old. That's it, no big story. Just feel bad about it and needed to get it off my chest. No good excuses either. I was playing American Truck Simulator and just totally forgot. Apparently this sub makes you have at least 750 characters though. So, anybody been in the same predicament before? We usually have the windows open and the kid's door cracked, but because there has been lots of smoke around we've had everything shut tight with the AC on. So I told him maybe we could try again tonight with his door cracked. Told him that it's kind of like fishing. You have to figure out the right combination of things to use. Dang, 750 characters is more than you think. So anyways, I hope everyone out there's having a better morning than me. Brush and floss your teeth, wash your hands, and don't forget the tooth fairy.